Hello everyone, and welcome to the third session of being effective or effective entrepreneurship. Today we will talk about how to begin with an end in mind. Now, what is this end? It means that you have a clear understanding of what your destination is. So, when you know where you are and what your destination is, you will definitely chalk out a right path for yourself or a right path for your organization. So that's how we are going to take you through how to begin with an end in mind and why it is important to do so. Let's talk about an example where we just want to build a house, say for example. Now, if that house has to be built, where does it really begin? Does it begin with digging the ground? No, it doesn't. First, that thought comes to your mind. So, that is the first creation. Or rather, when you start thinking and planning mentally that it is going to be a 3-bedroom house and it is going to have a garden, it is going to have this kind of windows, that kind of sofa, this kind of furniture. So you, in your mind, you are picking every minute detail of that house. So that is what we call as the first creation. So similar things happen in business. When you want to start a business, do you just start, talking to bankers, talking to lenders and talking to investors or getting money? Money is not the thing. The idea that you have, that is first getting created here. And now what is getting created here, we call as the first creation. Now, how that first creation has been arrived is very, very important, because that is going to define the second creation, that is how you will physically create it. So in our first example, where we thought about the house, if that creation is not right or it's not in the right direction, when you actually implement it, obviously the result is not going to be right. Get my point? So if we decide that the first creation is right, now what happens if the first creation has to be right? The first creation will be right if your vision and mission is clear. And how that vision and mission will be clear? If it is an inclusive vision and mission. Say an entrepreneur has a thought, an idea of a business. If he discusses it with his friends, with his colleagues, with his prospective employees or prospective people who are going to be part of his team, it is a more holistic and a more achievable kind of an enterprise, rather than the leader just thinking about in his own terms. So inclusivity comes automatically when you build your vision and mission in an inclusive manner. Then going forward, you do not really need to align your people to your vision and mission. It is already done, because their thoughts, their perceptions of an enterprise have already gone into that vision and mission statement. I hope you are getting my point. Now, coming to the next thing which is very important in this particular habit, that is nothing but the differentiation between the first creation and the second creation. We just took an example of what is first creation and second creation. Now let us put it a little more in the business perspective. In the business perspective, the first creation is leadership and the second creation is management. Now, why so? It is so because leadership is doing the right things and management is doing things right. Management is about effectively or successfully climbing the ladder of success. But leadership, on the other hand, is knowing that the ladder is leaning against the right wall. That is very, very important, my friend. So if we are a good leader and if we have an inclusive way of defining our vision, mission, and goals, we are definitely going to get on the right track to success. Now, what is going to define this vision and mission? We will retract a little back into yesterday what we discussed. What did we discuss yesterday? That's the first habit. And in therein, we discussed the circle of influence, if you remember. Now, how this circle of influence is going to change the way we look at vision, mission, which is our final destination, what we think about our enterprise, where we want our enterprise to be. Let's see it. Let's have a look at that. Now, yesterday, when we defined the circle of influence, we said that what lies at the circle of influence, center of circle of influence, is your prime intent of controlling and being able to have absolute control over how you are going to achieve what you want to achieve. So to be able to do that, the circle of influence is going to define your vision and mission. So once your vision and mission is there, and it is an inclusive vision and mission, then your circle of influence comes into the picture. And it tells you that for your vision and mission, what is it that you need to influence? What is it that you need to get into your control? And it also helps you to analyze what is right now not in your direct control, completely out of control, and what is in your control. So again, we bring back the first habit into the second habit, where it helps us to chalk out our stage-wise plan to achieve the mission. Like going back to the example that we took today, we thought about constructing a house. So when we construct a house, we have that mental creation that this is going to be a 2 BHK, 3 BHK, whatever. Now, while putting that in physical form or on paper, when you create a blueprint, you have to take care of the minutest of details. Else, a small mistake can definitely take you off the track, and your entire construction can go in the wrong direction. Similarly, if we consider right in the beginning, when we are defining our vision and mission, that what is within our control, what is in our circle of influence, and whether it is direct or indirect, and what is not. Like say, for example, we want to, our business purpose or our business goal is to create social impact. Now, if we want to create that social impact, what is it that we need to do? What is the vision and mission that we need to have? And how my people are going to be aligned to that vision and mission? Similarly, what is going to be those factors? What are going to be those factors which are really going to become an impediment to me? So we are becoming proactive, and at the same time we are thinking with the end in mind. So combining these two will definitely give us that edge that we need to get on the right track, on the right path to achieve our final destination. Now this can be applied holistically for the organization as a whole, or for the ultimate vision and mission, and it can also be applied, mind you, to achieve smaller or short-term goals. Once you have defined your vision and mission, you just break it down into long-term and short-term perspective. That will help you to define your short-term destinations. And when you know where you are and where you have to reach to step 1, you will definitely chalk out the right kind of a path. So to be able to do that, friends, we really need to become an effective leader. And to be an effective leader, we need to start thinking in terms of the end in mind. I hope you liked today's session. Tomorrow we will be coming up with another interesting aspect of being effective. So stay tuned. Thank you.